champions of the Birmingham Bowl. While this game caps off the regular season, how that season is remembered will be impacted greatly by what happens in this game. As we'll see a squad from the SEC, the Texas Longhorns, taking on a team from the ACC, the Florida State Seminoles. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, here with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get this thing rolling. Kickoff team is out there ready to get this bowl game underway. And he'll bring it back. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. They'll run it out of the shotgun. That keeps the running game churning. Pickup of 5 to the 23.
Man, it's nice when you can depend on your big boys up front to make a lane, and you get 5 or 6 yards. You get 5 or 6 yards a pop. You move the ball down the field easily, and more importantly, can get this defense to be more aggressive, to bring DBs close to the line of scrimmage, and then that might open up some big plays down the field.
And he's got enough for the first down. They'll mark it at the 34.
And that's what I love about this offense. You're not going to get all of your big chunk plays in the passing game by throwing it deep down the field. You can kind of dink and dunk. And on that RPO play, they had it dialed up and set up to go to that player in the right flat. Nice job.
They've got a 1st and 10 at the 34. He leaves it with his back. There he goes. They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
And the Longhorns can really attack on this 2nd and short. Back to pass. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football. Now they face 3rd down.
What a play by the defender that time, because he's matched up one-on-one man coverage against an outstanding wide receiver, and it's the defender who makes the play. Really, really good position. He was up to the challenge. Interesting to see if this quarterback goes his way again.
He just needed a yard on 3rd down, and there just wasn't any room to pick it up.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country.
This quarterback part of their running game. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the 1st down.
How about that call? You're right around midfield, 4th down on your opening drive, so you run the football and you put your trust and confidence in your offensive line up front to get it done and keep your offense on the field. That is impressive.
Looking to throw on 1st down. Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on 1st down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have a chance to be complete.
Yeah, when you get that man coverage, most people are taught to have inside leverage. So that out route's there if your QB can put some air on it and throw it outside of the guy. But tight coverage, but a really nice throw on that out route.
The Longhorns come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. He's going to look for a man on 3rd and short. Makes the grab. Now with a great opportunity as they pick up the first down. They've got it at the 40.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that third down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
Unloads to the wideout. Got his man to the left. Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 with the first down. The Longhorns come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They'll move the tight end. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. A little floater there that falls incomplete.
There's an example of what happens when the quarterback doesn't have a chance to set his feet. The pressure just forced him to have to work off schedule a little bit, and I think because of that, wasn't able to be as accurate as he wanted to be.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Gonna look downfield again. Zips it out to his man. He goes to the ground, but not before a big pickup and a first down.
But when you're throwing these comeback routes, man, the timing has got to be so good between the two of them because you know the ball is going to be in the air a long time. You can't throw it late. It's going to get picked. That time, really nice job getting it out early, and the receiver doing a nice job on his route so that the ball was right on him as soon as he turned around.
He was open, he had it, and he dropped it. Would have been a touchdown. Instead, it's second down. Can the D deny them on second and goal? Looking for the end zone. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Longhorn!
And that is exactly what you love to see as a head coach. Watching your offense take the field, first drive of the game, and you're methodical. And you take what the defense gives you. You make good decisions. You don't have negative plays. You don't have missed assignments. That shows your head coach that you are locked in and ready to go.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Gives it on the option. Breaks into the open. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down.
When you talk about creating big plays in the running game like this makes the game really easy. Actually, when you've got a guy like this that you can hand it to with this much speed and elusiveness, just hard to bring down in the open field, what a big game for the offense.
He's knocked down a couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage.
You know, the runner just has to have a little bit more patience, bounce that thing outside a little too early, and as a result, lost yards.
The Seminoles now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Wants to go up top. And wings it incomplete. They've got to come up with a big play on this third and long. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Unloads it left. Makes the grab. It's Wicks.
And listen, the defense knew coming into this one, they were going to target him early and often. He is a weapon, and there's no mystery where the quarterback's going to be looking on critical down and distances. Let's see how they're able to cover him throughout the rest of this game.
Quarterback quick pass to the receiver. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Well, I love the aggressive nature of the defense on that play. Everybody playing with eye discipline. They saw the pre-snap motion. They knew who had the football. And you saw guys play with excellent instinct, running downhill and making a tackle.
They'll throw it to the back on the screen. They get him on the ground, and with that, we'll head to the second quarter. Guys, it is Texas who holds the lead. One period in the books, and let's take a look at the stats. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game in the second quarter. So they go back to work after the break, and it is third down. They'll try to bully their way for the first. Inside the 15. Defense is there to make the stop, and he's got the first down, and they'll have it first and goal at the 6. And the Seminoles pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. They'll move the wide receiver. They'll use the running game on first and goal. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Lets it go to the end zone. Touchdown Seminoles. Fit it in the window for the score.
And it's so underrated, the relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing in because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now on game day.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So Texas has it again, and here comes the offense. They had to stand by and watch that scoring march, and now it's up to them to find a way to answer it. Tosses it incomplete.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone. And they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Makes the catch and steps out of bounds, but short of the first down mark.
Yeah, and he runs a quick out route, and this is a timing route. Quarterback has to trust him, throw him the football. You can tell they've thrown this a time or two. Nice job, nice success.
Quickly out to the tight end. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line.
Love the decision-making by the quarterback there on the RPO play. Defense took everything away deep down the field, so just check it down, get it to your guy in the right flat, and let him go get yards.
It's a fumble! That football must be riveted to your rib cage. How can you let it go? At least they fell on it. You want to talk about hearts and throats when that ball was on the ground? The offense recovered its own fumble. The give to the running back from the shotgun. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. Some third down conversions tougher than others. This one a long one on third down from the 43. Got his man. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the first down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. So the offense is going to go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Drop the football, and they'll turn it over on downs. And they are stopped on fourth down. That decision will be questioned. All right, guys, here comes the Florida State offense onto the field. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. Off play action on first down. Oh, they're after him. And he avoids the hit and slides after the short gain.
These are the plays that don't show up in the stat books, right? Like a great job. Look at him. He does an awesome job. Instead of taking the sack, clearly wanted to throw the football, scrambles around, gets some positive yards. It doesn't go down as a huge gain, but these are the plays that get you W's.
Running back searching for a hole. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
Love the push by the offensive line on that RPO play. Look how they just work the single teams and the double teams. You see linemen chipping off of their guys and climbing into the second level and getting a hat on the linebacker. That's why those types of plays are successful.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Making side adjustments here. To the air on second down. Over the middle, it's Stevens. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
Really nice job by quarterback and wide receiver. This is why you do film work. This is why you throw on air all offseason. I know I get zone coverage. I know exactly where I'm breaking. I know exactly where to deliver the football. Nice throw, nice catch.
Knew where he wanted to go with it, but couldn't find his target. It's incomplete.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Trying play action. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it.
Well, they were trying to sneak him out of the backfield that time into the passing game, but that did not fool anybody on defense. What a hit, forcing that incompletion.
Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. He won't have enough for the first down as the defense able to corral him. It'll be 4th down.
Really nice job by the defense that time. 3rd down, they're expecting pass, but they also know that this quarterback is dangerous when he wants to scramble. And it was almost as if they were expecting that. They were able to get to him, get him down. It now sets up 4th down. And you don't see the defense sprinting off the field just yet, guys. They're not sure. With this guy's scrambling ability, they may try to go for this.
Don't even think about sending the special teams out on 4th down and 3. They'll send the back in motion. On 4th down, looking to pass. Touchdown, no! Quick strike through the air for the score. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead.
Tight ends can be the quarterback's best friend down in this area of the field. When the windows get smaller, you need bigger targets. No better option than the big tight end.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. That ball scoots through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. They'll try the run. Gets it across the 30 to the 31, a pickup of 5. And the Longhorns with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. It's complete to the right. He'll go out of bounds at the 38-yard line as this offense patiently tries to work the ball out of its own end. It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Now on the option. He'll toss it. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
This offense is perfectly fine with a little game because they're going to make you tackle this all game long. They're going to make you think all game long. So they'll keep running it ad nauseum and just wait for that one opportunity when you don't do your assignment.
Good route on the comeback, and he makes the catch.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he got the first down.
Wide receiver going in motion. Wants to throw on 1st down. Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47.
There's been a little bit of a seesaw here the last two plays. Offense gets a chunk play, and then the defense gets a sack. Great job by the defense there, turning the page and coming up with a big one.
The Longhorns with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Wants to fire on second down. Throws to the wideout. Makes the grab. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down mark.
And you see the wide receiver, he's got to push up field, make it look like he's going deep, but does a really good job sitting down on that curl, catching the ball, and then as soon as you catch that thing on that curl route, get upfield, get positive yards. Nice route by that wide receiver.
They're going to try to throw for it on third down. Grab near the marker. It's Welsh. They'll ride him out of bounds after the good pickup spotted at the 25-yard line. Throw him to the spot, and that's exactly what he did to pick up the first down.
And that's so many hours of doing this together. You know exactly when he's going to break on that out route. You know what kind of speed he has because you've thrown it so many times. Nice rhythm and timing, and you could tell that was experience between receiver and quarterback.
He's got it. Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's first and goal from the 8.
Nice patience by the quarterback here, working against zone coverage. He was allowing his receiver an opportunity to find that open space in the defense before pulling the trigger.
They'll keep it on the ground for first and goal. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Corners showing press. They want to be physical here. Touchdown, Texas! Fired in from the red zone for the score.
Man, that was beautiful clock management. Great job by this offense, sustaining the drive, not getting too much in a panic, and finishing the drive with a touchdown with not a lot of time on the clock.
Setting up for the extra point and the tie. And he made that extra point, the wet turf, no problem at all. They put together an 81-yard drive, and the score comes on a 5-yard touchdown pass. All tied up and just about set to kick it away. From inside his own 15, looking for a crevice. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. Just enough time for one final play in this half. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line? We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. And the Longhorns will boot it away to start the second half. The returner will field it and try to set up his offense in great field position. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. We are locked up to start the second half. And, guys, you know what? In a bowl, sometimes that intensity really builds in a tight game like this.
I think that's why we were really anticipating this game so much. 2 very evenly matched teams with a lot of playmakers. We knew this thing could go either way. So for this offense right here, this drive, start off the second half, David, they need to put something together and really put pressure on the opponent.
And the thing I like about bowl games, man, is they're exciting. You go for it more on fourth down, less to lose, not as uptight. So I look for this second half to be fun, to be wild, to be loose.
The Seminoles are at the line trying to move the sticks on third and short. Third down play from the gun. And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line.
And listen, the quarterback drops back, and he's going through his progressions. We see zone, but just couldn't do anything about it. This defensive line, this pressure, getting to the quarterback, getting him on the ground.
He did a great job finding some running room on that return and was able to set up the offense with good field position. And here comes the Texas offense back on the field. Bunch formation for these receivers. Hand off from the shotgun. Running behind those pads, he gets a couple before he stopped at the 18. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down, and they got to keep that up here in the second half.
A field goal here will put them on top, but a touchdown's what you want in a game like this. Fires to the middle. Backs looking for the goal line. This freshman quarterback is slinging it out there to pick up that first down.
And that is a huge conversion on 3rd and long for the offense. I think a lot of people thinking, hey, we're just going to try to get a couple yards, help our kicker out here to kick a field goal. But instead, they get a massive play, and now all of a sudden they're thinking touchdown here, 1st and goal.
Touchdown, Longhorn! They take the lead with the 6.
Wow, this offense, they have a lot of faith in this running back, knowing if they get down in this area of the field, he can get it done and he can answer the bell. 2 rushing touchdowns already for this offense.
So after getting into the end zone on that last drive, they're set to kick it away. Texas. He'll bring it out. It's Wicks. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. They'll try to answer that last score with one of their own. A chance here to tie the game with a touchdown drive. That's caught. It's Wicks. He'll step out of bounds at the 23-yard line after a productive play for this offense.
Hey, listen, on offense, just take what the defense gives you. The quarterback looks out wide. He sees the DB way off of the receiver. Throw him the easy hitch pass. He'll take that completion.
The play-action fake. Fires to the wideout. Finds a man on the left. And he's down at the 31. That's a first down.
Well, nice job hauling that pass in. I'll tell you, he keeps defenses on their heels. He really does. His speed is so scary. And I think back to my days in college. We used to play against the Seminoles when they had Peter Warrick and Lavernius Coles. And because of their game-breaking ability, it put so much pressure on our defense. I'll tell you, this guy's good enough to, I think, have played on that Seminole.
And a big play on the outside. What a job to keep those feet in bounds and get the completion.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And, Jesse, now their head's spinning just a little bit. Give up a big chunk play, and it's right back at them. Finds just enough room to pick up a couple down to the 26.
And the defense is doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Now the play fake. A shot toward the end zone. Big fella moving. So close to that end zone. He could almost taste it, but it'll be first and goal for this offense.
And David, I know there's a part of you that wonders what if. had you played tight end. You and I have been out in the field pregame before. We've been spinning it around. With your athleticism, I know you wonder what it would have been like to go make plays like that.
I tell you what, I do wonder what if now, Jesse, because now you can't hit these guys. Like, you're not allowed to hit them high, all the targeting. Like, if you're a big body guy with good hands, you can go make a lot of money. Might have been a little bit safer. Might not have got hurt. So, yeah, might not have been that bad of a living.
Well, they try to go quarterback sneak, and I know to a lot of people that's a play we all take for granted. Like, it always works. Quarterback sneaks are designed to get just 1 inch. Somehow you've got to come up and do it. But the defense there, David, they bowed up and stopped them.
Did a great job. Listen, everybody knows what's coming. You know it's a quarterback sneak. It's still hard to...
Touchdown, Florida State! The offense cashing it in on that drive. Looking for the time with the extra point. They score for the big fella here. Why are tight ends so effective in the red zone?
Well, these aren't the guys that are going to burn by you and go for 70 most of the time. But when you can use their big-bodied frames, threaten them to run the football and be a blocker in the running game, and now you slip them in the secondary, make that big play.
The returner will field it and bring it back. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. They'll leave it with him. May not be the most memorable play of the day, but it's important as he gets them out to the 25-yard line.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on second down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on second down.
He's across the 30 and out of bounds at the 31-yard line. And they'll line up from the 31 on first down. Looking to throw on first down. Got it in the middle. It's Welch. Finally stopped at the 46 after a 15-yard gain.
Wow, the quarterback knew he had to get that one to his receiver quickly on the in route. Did you see the velocity on that throw?
The Longhorns will snap it on 1st and 10. They'll run it from the gun. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Man, not much wiggle room for the ball carrier there.
I'm not really sure what they can do to try to create some space.
I know. Block that. How about the offensive lineman push some guy backwards and make some holes?
Right down the middle. Intercepted. Oh, what a play. Good gain on the return, and this defense has set them up with a big play.
Zone equals eyes. When I say that, DBs, linebackers, all covering the middle of the field. So many guys over the middle of the field trying to take away the easy stuff, but reading the quarterback's eyes the whole time. Whenever he breaks to throw that football and that hand separates from the ball, I'm breaking on it, and you could tell they had a beat on it. Nice cut, nice instincts. Give me that INT.
And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop. What a ride it's been so far, and I'll vote for having a classic finish as we take a look at our game stats. And a chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on second down. Might be looking to run. Going to try to get it himself. They make the stop, but he knew exactly how much he needed and where he needed to get for that first down.
I love the play call there, too, because second and short, defense is thinking you might run it. So you try to catch him off guard with the pass. Nothing there. Even if you throw an incompletion, you're going to have a chance to run it the very next play. But Doesn't matter. This guy's just so athletic himself. He's able to go get the first. Let's get a fresh set of downs.
Caught in the backfield. It's Horn. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. The Seminoles with a second and short to keep this drive moving. Just a quick rhythm throw there and really good use of the tight end.
Yeah, good use of the big fella. I mean, go through your progressions real quick. You can't find anything. Get the easy gain. Don't take a shot down the field all.
Turning it on. Powers through the defender. He'll be forced out of bounds, and they're stubborn with this running game in the red zone.
And I think that's what you want to see from this offense down the stretch. Like, can you physically dominate the game? You've got the lead. Now run the football, eat clock, continue to feed your dude.
And the Seminoles are rolling down the field. Oh, and it's picked off. This could be huge in a tie game. Got some room to run. The 30, the 20, the 10. And he's going to take it all the way back. Touchdown, Texas!
And at this juncture of the game, one play is going to make the difference. It's going to be a momentum-changing play. Who's going to come up with it that time, Pollock? It's the pick six to break the tie.
And the defense, you're thinking, get a stop, get a stop. This is late in the fourth quarter. This is how we're going to get a win. Our offense is going to go down the field. No, they get the turnover, they force it, and they get to the end zone to create the massive game-changing play.
Lining up to add another. The extra point is good, and now in the fourth, they're up by a touchdown and an extra point. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Looking for daylight from inside his 20. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. Okay, guys, the Florida State offense returns to the field. This possession will be a test after squandering that long drive, throwing a pick six, Jesse.
You're right, Reese. Well, I think this is really dependent, too, on the leaders in this huddle right now to step up and help this offense get back on pace here on this drive.
Yeah, and this defense is frothing at the mouth. They're excited. They're jacked up. They just made a big play. They got all the momentum, so they're ready to hunt.
Got 3 on first down and 2nd and 7. Motion from the wide receiver. Off the bootleg, looking to fire. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on.
This is going to be a key that we look at this entire game. How can this defense find ways to affect this quarterback and get pressure on him? Because they felt coming into the game, if they could do that, they could affect him and influence this passing game.
Ball's at the 27. This offense facing a 3rd and long. Got his man on the right. He'll have enough to move the chains. It's first down at the 38.
I don't always have to push the ball down the field. I love when QBs drop back, look at it matchups. Oh, I got my running back. I think he can get the first down. Give him the football. Let him be an athlete with the football in his hands after he catches it. Nice job by the QB. Nice job by the running back.
And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in 2nd and short, not a good job by this defense.
A little too anxious along that offensive line. That'll be a false start. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Offense gets set for 2nd down. Looking to fire. They're working that left side. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
And listen, I know that wasn't a huge gain. It was positive, but I like doing more of that in today's college football. I'm just going to try to give my playmakers a chance to do damage in space away from all the big boys inside.
The Noles line up trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. Might be changing the route. They'll snap it from the gun on 3rd down. Going for the big play. And that ball is hauled in inside the 35. And he'll ramble to the 34 before he's finally knocked down.
Well, there's an example of how this tight end can be a big weapon in the passing game. That time on the corner route. Does a nice job separating from the defender and hauling in the catch.
Most important part of a clutch drive. Piece together some first downs. Get in position. And here they are on 1st and 10. Snags it. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it 1st and goal.
Well, this offense is showing you it doesn't take a lot of time for them to generate explosive plays through the air. Big completion on the previous play. They take another shot and hit it, and they have completely flipped the field.
And guys, if they can make their way into the end zone, we'll have a tie game in the 4th, and the stage will be set for a great finish. Fires to the tight end. He gets it in. Touchdown, Seminoles.
And the passing game paying dividends right now for this offense. They just had a big play through the air to get him down in the situation. So let the quarterback deal. Great job reading coverage. Found his open target. Accurate throw. And 2 plays through the air, and they've got 6 points on the board.
Bringing it back. And the returner could find no daylight. He goes down. The Longhorns sending the offense back onto the field. Last drive ended with an interception, and they can't afford to have that happen again. Unloads to the wideout. Got his man downfield. And that one looked as if it might go all the way, but they picked up more than 40 yards before the touchdown-saving tackle. Offense lines up for a 1st and 10 from the 43. Out of the gun, the running back has it. They finally wrestle down the senior, but not before he picks up some valuable ground.
When the running back gets going and gets ahead of steam like that, so hard to get to the ground. That's why you blitz. That's why you bring pressure. That's why you bring more guys in the box so you can get him before he gets going. But once he got going, you could tell it was hard to get a hand on him, hard to get him to the ground.
They'll snap it from the 30 on 1st down. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. And they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain.
And this offense doesn't have very many runs left in them. They try to sneak in the run. Nice job by the defense making the tackle. But they've got to try to maximize their time, maximize their plays to try to get some points on the board.
Well, I know it hasn't been a tremendous day statistically for this quarterback, but his decision-making has been good enough to win this game. Hasn't thrown a lot of TDs so far, but when things aren't open, he throws it away like on that play right there. He's not putting his team in a bad spot, and that's why they still have a shot to walk out of here with a W.
Makes the grab. He did not make it a stone wall on 3rd down. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. So on 4th down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. We got a timeout on the field, and we are set up for a terrific finish. to go for it on 4th down. Desperate to convert, and he'll throw it. Lets it fly. And this is going to be intercepted. A big play in a tie game. Trying to take it back. They finally make the stop, and not only the huge turnover, but the big return has them set up in business.
If I'm a QB coach, I'm grabbing my quarterback right away and be like, listen, we're going to get another opportunity. It's the 4th quarter. It's a tie game. Our defense is going to get a stop for us. You got to get your confidence back. You got to get back in this ball game. We're going to need you again down the road. You are not done.
Got it set up on the outside. Oh, he's got some space. They'll make the stop, but not before they use the screen beautifully and pick up the 1st down. That is a time-honored way to slow down the rush, hit them with the screen, and a chunk play.
Yeah, such a great job because you're flying up the field to get to the quarterback because everything looks like pass down the field. Let those guys get up the field, throw it right behind him. He does a little bit of the rest, making some moves, getting upfield, making the big play.
2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. He's got it on the right. That completion will take it close to the 5-yard line. They'll mark it at the 6.
And I think the defense doing a really good job of understanding this is late in the game. It matters. Taking away the sidelines, taking away the middle of the field, making him kind of check the football down, go through his progressions, and make that clock tick.
Touchdown, no! And they've moved out front here in the 4th.
Well, it's a great job executing by the offense to get that touchdown. I think you kick the extra point right now, make it a 7-point game with only seconds to go.
The extra point is good, and now in the 4th, they're up by a touchdown and an extra point. Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. They put the brakes on him, but a good return out to the 36. They'll put it in play from the 36 for the first play of the drive. To the air on 1st down. Pressure coming. He can't find his man, and the clock stops with 6 seconds left.
And, man, this is a tough spot to be in as this offense. And the defense is so deep, and you wonder if that's why they threw the ball underneath. But, golly, with the clock where it is, you have to get somewhere down the field to give yourself a chance, an opportunity to maybe be successful at the end of this football game.
A deep throw as the clock winds down. Played till the final whistle. It falls incomplete, and that's the ball game.